Welcome back to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. You're joined as always by myself, Mick, Jimmy, and Age. We're recording this episode on a Monday night, so if you're listening, it's a day early. Why are we doing that, boys?
We're doing it because on Tuesday night, we're going to the launch, this jersey reveal of the New South Wales Blues from Adidas.
It's going to be exciting.
So
it's going to be real fun.
It copped an
Should be good
invite,
fun.
so we had to push it back, but it means you get it a day earlier.
A day early, yeah.
The only
not
problem
too
is
bad.
we don't have team lists out when doing this.
That's
Can't do
okay.
a proper preview.
No, but we're doing a massive review
Yeah.
That's
of round
fine.
6.
So you get a bit of a different one this week with
Yeah.
our quick tips at the end.
Yes.
So let's just talk on the first big news today breaking. I think everyone's
Breaking
heard about
news.
it. Lachlan Galvin, friend of the show, rejects Tigers' offer supposedly for $5 million over 5 years. And he's pretty much leaving from 2027 onwards.
Yeah, so he's going to test the market in November. Interesting decision.
It is. The fact he's already ruled himself out for Tigers, that means there's money there. There's someone, that he's offered him maybe 1.1, 1.2.
Yeah.
He's only 19. He turns 20 in July, so
But it's from...
this kid's a long-term
The weird
prospect.
thing is it's from 2027. So let's say he goes and tests the market, signs for somewhere else. He's still at the Tigers next year.
Yeah. So it's 20 months he's at the Tigers if there's not a
Like-
effective release.
Yeah, like if you were the Tigers, do you want a player that's leaving to,
And it also stunts the growth of Latu Finu, who's, he's
Yeah.
going to take over once Galvin's
Yeah.
eventually going to leave. So it's just an interesting dynamic. But the question is, where is Lachlan Galvin going to go? Let's say 2027.
There's
He
a few
honours his
clubs that you
contract.
could probably already been penciled in for favourites. Like you got the Eels. We know he was a Para Junior. It makes sense with Brown
Like a
leaving.
Para fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dogs are always a sniff with Gus, but I just think out of budget for them. It's
Yeah, Gus said he's the best teenage prospect he's ever seen in the history of
They have the
NRL.
cash for him, though.
So if they can fit in the cap.
you got to look at teams that have cash. I think Chooks have cash. Only dilemma I see with the Chooks is apparently they're front runners for Cherry Evans on a 2-year deal. So I think they almost got
Yeah.
to make that decision if they want Cherry Evans or they want Galvin. I mean, I'd be going Galvin, but depends on
Yeah.
if they can suffer another year with another spine
I mean,
issue.
you get Cherry Evans for 2 years, or you could get Galvin for 15 years. Let's say.
Galvin's the obvious long-term play, but if they
Yeah.
think they can win the comp in the next 2 years, then maybe this changes things for the Chooks. Now he's open on the market.
Yeah.
He's available to get signed, so maybe they do go for Galvin instead. And you got teams like Dolphins,
They got some
know,
cash.
they
They're
got
always
money.
They're always looking for a market.
but then why would he leave Tigers to more money or win a comp? It's probably to win a comp, right?
Yeah.
With also the money on the side. I don't think he'd go to Dolphins.
I think the big one is Penrith. Because there was talks about him going to Penrith
with an early release last season?
like last season. And the way Penrith are going, they probably need a 6.
Imagine Galvin and Cleary in the halves, though. That would be hands down the best halves combo in the comp.
Yeah, that'd be pretty deadly.
Cleary
Better
in
than
his
Hughes
peak,
and Munster?
definitely.
Be up there.
Yeah,
Big call.
I reckon.
Be up there.
If not this year, give it 2 more years, and then when Galvin's going into his prime
He's
years,
backtracking, Jim. You can feel it from here.
it is
Yeah,
tough.
it was a
actually.
big call. It was a big call.
Cleary Galvin. I'd take Cleary Galvin.
Over Hughes Munster.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm not 100%. I'm not convinced, but I think I take
enough,
just
mate.
because Cleary he's won 4 comps
Yeah,
for
sure.
the Panthers.
Yeah.
What would you do? Who would you take?
Hughes Munster.
Really? What would you do, Jim?
Don't know. It's not about that. I'm talking about Lachlan Galvin. Talking about
He's
Lachlan Galvin at the
smart.
moment.
He's
He's
smart.
scared.
He's smart.
I am scared. But no, that was breaking news. I didn't expect that to come out today. So
It's so early. That's the only part that I don't understand in all of this.
it's very early.
Maybe he's trying to get more money, do the Cherry Evans thing, but from now,
Yeah.
it's literally April.
Like negotiations don't open till November 1st, right?
Yeah, you have another season here where Tigers actually can build to something next season too, and you do that. I think it's a manager play. I don't think it's him personally, but it's a crazy thing to already come out that early and say.
But
he's
why
not
would his
staying.
manager do this unless he's either unhappy or there's something going on? Like there was rumors with Luai that they weren't getting along.
Who knows?
There's new rumors coming out that he doesn't get along with Benji Marshall. Apparently, it's going to stunt his growth. But coaching under Benji Marshall, playing under Benji Marshall. So there's a lot of rumors, but
A lot to unfold, I think.
yeah, there's a lot going
the
on.
next
But he's
couple
made
days.
his decision. He won't be at Tigers.
Yeah.
So if we had to guess where he's going to go, what would you guys say?
I think Chooks land him.
Think Chooks?
Unfortunately.
What do you reckon, Jim?
I think realistically, Para,
Yeah.
but I'd love to see him at Penrith.
Penrith. I think Penrith Manly is probably like I think he wants to win a comp, so I feel like he'd go somewhere.
He can
Even
win a comp
even
at
Roosters
Chooks.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could go to Chooks.
And Chooks always have money.
Yeah, let us know in the comments where you think Galvin will end up because it's an interesting one. There's going to be a lot of clubs racing for that signature.
Yeah.
Since last week, Age, you're $150 more broke.
Yep, thanks
say?
to you could blame the bunker or you could blame
Oh, don't blame the ref.
for that hip drop, but yeah,
Turn
we had
it
a
up.
bet South versus Cowboys.
Cowboys
So-
proved too strong.
Too good in the end. I bought you a what was it? A heritage,
Nice little heritage
away jersey.
Away jersey. Looks
yeah,
nice.
yeah, one of those cotton ones with the collar.
Well, hopefully it'll come on.
So,
You'll probably wear it next week, maybe.
am I wearing on the pod or in Magic Round or what was it?
Both,
Both.
maybe.
I think it was like triple
All right,
that.
I'll wear it next week on the
that.
pod. I got
If
a
he
large
comes-
so it can fit me as
If
well.
he comes, yeah.
Well, let's
And then
touch
Magic
on
Round.
it, Jim. Cowboys, they've won 3 in a row now. They got a bye this week. It's massive.
Yeah.
Shot into the top 8, I believe, after this bye round.
Hopefully, yeah. I think we're
So-
just sitting outside at the moment.
So it's exciting times in North Queensland.
Well, mate, we were staring down the barrel of 0-4 3 weeks ago, and now with 3 wins, 3 losses going into a bye. So, yeah, I think, we've definitely turned around the last few weeks. It's good to see. Jackson Purdue, he's a good player.
He looks a future star.
You lose
Looks a good
Valentine
player.
Holmes, and then he's doing a great job at filling that void at left
Yeah.
centre. Like speed for days, so fast.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is, centre's not his best position.
That's
Yeah.
what I was going
You
to
know,
say. I think
he's
the
playing
first,
that good at centre. The kid's just a natural talent.
first few rounds, he wasn't playing like this. I think he was just getting used to the role. At
And
centre.
now he's just...
And now he's firing.
Yeah, and I think it was probably because our attack wasn't really firing to start the year. But now, like, that left edge is looking real good. Forwards are going forward. Like, I think Tamalolo's been huge for
yeah,
us.
last couple games he's looking
Like,
good.
he's been good.
Yeah,
He's stepped up.
we
for
mentioned
sure.
it last week. Not 2015 form, but
But he's...
much better than his last few years.
Yeah, he's definitely looks a lot fitter, and he's given us that punch. So, no, it's good to see. It's good times up north.
Yeah, but I do want to address it. Was it a hip drop, the Jack Wyden on Scott Drinkwater? Because his feet came off the ground for like a millisecond, and they went back down, and then he didn't get charged.
Okay, I got a pretty strong view on this, right?
Yeah.
I think bunker interference should only happen if it's something serious and noteworthy, right? Like that we're talking sin bins, injured players, high tackles. You get me, right? I get it, right? That's a hip drop. It looked a little bit like a hip drop, but then I have an issue with the match review committee the next day not even fining him, not even putting a
Yeah.
grade on it. So you're not even saying it was a hip drop.
Yeah,
So
because if it was a hip drop, you get minimum a fine, let alone like 1 or 2
Well,
weeks.
you get
100%.
charged, right?
Yeah.
And
So
the-
that
and-
means it wasn't a hip drop.
And the
so they
annoying
got
part
it wrong.
is normally with these hip drop tackles, the player stays down. Drinkwater didn't stay down, drop ball, everyone gets up and goes, you know
Yeah.
what? Sure, Drinkwater drops it, and then the bunker interferes
And
and,
it's
does
not
that.
like he landed on his ankles. He landed on like his thigh area, like his hamstring. Like it wasn't really dangerous at all. It was to stop a try. And
Well, yeah, I hate when they say, what are they supposed to do? But in this situation, Drinkwater's over the line. Jack White, what's he going to do? Legs
Yeah.
him and he scores. Nah,
Yeah,
it's,
and he knocked it on as well.
In
and then he
saying
scored
that,
right off it. That's why it's annoying.
it was a turning point, but it wasn't the sole reason South lost. There was
No.
they
Yeah.
made silly
What
errors.
do
out
you
of
think
their
of
own end.
South's performance?
I thought they were good in patches. I think it's back
Yeah.
to that patches situation where we can go with teams, but then we get stuck in our own 20 sometimes, which to our credit, we defended well, but then we'd make a silly error or like
Yeah, plenty of errors in that game.
Yeah,
like
like-
on both
Yeah.
sides.
both sides, but
Yeah.
it just cut wrong times. There was like a few where I think we got a penalty upfield and we dropped the ball on first
Yeah.
tackle, and then
Like coming out of your own end.
coming out of our own end too. I mean, it's not much you can do. They're just little turning points.
and we also can't play in Perth. The curse continues. So
Perth,
I know
yeah.
it probably makes a lot of money for the club, but I reckon
Yeah.
we have to sack that, taking our home game to Perth because we just can't win there. A team that can win is Melbourne Storm. They're on an absolute tear, and they're just pumping teams.
So good to
The only
watch.
thing that stopped them was versing Dragons in the rain
yeah.
Well, they had no Hughes.
and no
So,
Hughes.
Yeah, you can put it down to that.
Is it Storm's comp to lose?
100% it is.
So as of today, they've gone into $2.50 favourites to win the comp. Going into the season, I think it was almost they were still favourites, but split between like Penrith and the Broncos.
And I
Yeah.
think now that Panthers have lost 5 in a row, they're a chance to miss the 8, you know? They can still do it if they go on a run, but
Yeah.
they got to win about 16 out of the next 21 games.
Well, the thing is, right, Storm have the best spine in the comp. Pappy, Munster, Hughes, Grant. We know who they are. Plus, they got Wishart coming on
Yeah.
at 14. It is stacked.
And they have a great forward pack as well. Like
Good
Josh
go forward,
King's so underrated. Steph's been improving recently.
Liero.
Katoa's a weapon. Blaw's
Yeah,
solid.
Blaw's been
And the
good.
outside backs to do it as well.
They just do their job. The outside backs. They're
Coates,
great.
Meaney, Warbrick. Even
just,
Anderson's doing a job. Like,
They can just score points from anywhere.
yeah.
Like, they're at halfway. They'll just spread the ball left, and then they can find space.
I think going into the second half, Warriors had more tackles inside the 20, and it was 36-0. Storm were just scoring from anywhere.
I think
that's the best part
incredible.
about it. Yeah.
Warriors, Storm did the same thing they did against the Eels, where they came out firing first half and
Then
then
they just second
they just
half.
go, you know what, we've won. Foot
Yeah.
on the gas.
Yeah, which is probably not ideal. You probably want them to,
But
play
you,
the full
you
80
don't want to get
minutes.
injured. Like, they took Hughes
Yeah, of
off. They didn't
course
want to
not.
risk the shoulder. They took
Yeah.
Harry Grant off early. So it makes sense. Like, you're not winning comps in April.
Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
like, if you look at it from their point of view, like the Storm are looking to just get 2 points and move on. They're not looking for their super coach or your margins or your multis.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? They're just looking. We get 2 points, 34-0 at halftime or something like that.
36-0, yeah.
36-0.
Yeah.
And they go, you know what, Hughes, AC joined.
Yeah,
issue,
we've won the
come off,
game.
yeah,
whatever.
but
I think-
Bellamy
yeah.
would have hated like losing that second half.
Oh, he was raging.
Yeah, like
when
you'd
they
be
were scoring
dirty,
those
like,
tries.
you know,
Yeah,
like, it's
you need to play the whole 80 for Bellyache or he's not
Yeah,
happy.
exactly
but
right.
the main danger, do you say, at the moment, Doggies obviously undefeated, Broncos,
just
and then the second tier after that is like Sharks.
Are you ruling out Penrith?
you can't rule them.
I'm
out.
not-
They've won the last 4 comps.
I'm not ruling them out until it's mathematically possible.
Unless
Yeah.
they can't make the 8, you can't rule them out.
But judging off like what they put up so far, they're probably not going to win the comp playing like that.
Well, let's touch on Penrith. They've lost 5 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Big upsets of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
What do you think is going wrong there?
All right, let's break it down simply. So the edge defenses, there's a lot of new faces there. The chemistry's not working in defense.
Yeah.
It's pretty poor for Panther standards.
like they're conceding 20 plus every game, Penrith.
Yeah, and a
Which is
lot of it's
unheard
through
of.
the edges. You know,
Yeah.
that left side, like last week it was Sorrow, Talangi, McLean, and then Jenkins. So new chemistry, players that, you know, 4 years ago when it was like Luai, Kikau, Crichton, and To'o, that's a massive
They're
difference.
like, I think the issue is they're getting burnt on the outside. Like Avarillo just ran around McLean up on the
Yeah.
outside, and
Yeah.
so did Herbie on
Like,
Tungle.
I don't think McLean's a centre. I think he has to be on the wing.
I feel like there's a few of them that are like even Alamonte, I think, like he won a premiership at centre and he's playing wing. I just don't know what
Yeah.
his position.
And
I
then
think
Tungo, like, isn't great at the moment as well.
Not
He's
playing well.
defensively.
They're out of form.
And they're all in attack. They're all just like either the timing's off, it's clunky,
Yeah.
they're missing their mark. And I think Cleary's getting frustrated, to be honest.
Like there was a point in that second half where Cleary just refused to go out the back. He just was like, I've just got to try and do this myself.
Yeah. Because
And
he
that's bad
obviously
signs.
wasn't happy with what the players were doing around him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's too far off the mark, but everyone else around him, it's just not working.
Yeah. Like I think there's a few players that are, him, Yo, who puts in 110%
I think
every week.
Edwards helped him.
And
a fair
Lindsay
bit.
Smith
Lindsay
is
Smith's
incredible.
doing his job.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just players there that probably aren't there with them, and it's letting them down.
We don't have team lists in front of us because
No.
we are
So we'll
recording
know.
on a Monday, but Cole comes in for Talangi, you're assuming, at 5'8".
You'd
I think the way Cole played, like he goes straight back in.
Yeah, I do feel for Talangi. I think he's been thrown in the deep end a bit.
he hasn't played many games at 5'8", and like remember right, he was playing wing for Para last season.
Playing fullback.
And he was really good on the wing.
Yeah.
So do you put Jenkins centre and put Talangi on the wing, or do you put Talangi centre? Like, there's going to be changes. Ivan's going to make some changes this week because it's not working.
What?
But their attack just looks shot.
No,
Yeah.
it does.
And they're trying that new thing where they go one side and they turn 2 players under.
Yeah, it's
And then they try and set up on the other side again. And I feel like it's going to take a lot of time because they've changed their whole attacking
they're changing
system.
it.
Yeah.
What do you think their best 1 to 7 is? So Edwards at the
1 to
back.
7?
No one's debating.
Like
that.
if everyone is fit,
fully fit,
Yeah.
right? Like let's say
Yeah.
we can pick a team fully
I think
fit tomorrow.
Edwards fullback.
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
your wings?
To'o
To'o.
or Alamotti on the wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your
And
centers?
then you probably go. I think the best is Tungor and McLean. I think that's the best that you're going to get at the
So
moment.
Talangi doesn't make it. in the
Talangi's
centers?
on the side.
I reckon I'd go Edwards fullback, To'o left wing, Talangi right wing, and then Tungo right centre, and either Jenkins. I think Jenkins over McLean at centre.
And you go.
I think McLean's probably,
Cole
or
Cleary.
you put McLean on the wing instead of Talangi.
Yeah.
I think McLean's a winger at the moment. Like, he has a lot of
he's a
development to
winger.
go.
Yeah, and then like you toss the coin, McLean. Talangi or Cole 5'8". I'd like to see
Cole at the moment.
probably at the moment. I think if Talangi's at his best, you want him at 6,
100%.
and then Cleary at 7.
Yeah, at his best.
Yeah.
But he hasn't found his best.
No,
Like, he had an injury to
needs
start
time
the
to gel.
year.
Yeah.
Like he has excuses.
But
Yeah, there's gonna be a week where they just put the foot down. Their middles are gonna be clean, no errors. They're gonna smash someone. Could be this week, could be the next week,
Well,
but it's gonna happen soon.
Hopefully it's soon, because I've looked at their forecast, right? So based on last year and the previous seasons, you probably need around 50% win rate to make finals. So you need 12 wins from 24 games to make finals. Knights did it last year, flat on the dot. Penrith got 18 games left. This is factoring in buys as well.
Yep.
They need to win around 11 games to get to finals.
Okay.
which for them is
It's
doable.
at a 61% win
Yeah.
rate. But if
At the
Age is
moment,
saying,
it's all right.
like you're saying, it might not happen now, might happen next week, but then Origin comes around.
And then Origin they lose Cleary, Edwards, Yo, at
do
minimum.
you almost like,
and Liam Martin.
They've only got room for a few more
do you
losses.
almost, I don't know, like, is it a possibility that they're like, we're not going to play Origin this year?
No.
No.
Like, let's say, like,
Because they won the
To'o's
four
come back from
comps.
injury. Does he not play Origin?
No.
And he was like, I'll just play for Penrith.
Because then Cleary's taking away 90K off To'o. You know? You get 30K a game. Like, you're not going to stop someone from representing the state
And
as well.
plus, it's a representative on it too.
Yeah. And then like you play good in Origin, then your price goes up and you're on the market.
It's just something like like let's say they get to Origin, they're 1-8.
Yeah, because they won 4 comps. I don't think they'll do that.
No. Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
more
like they've won
focused
4
on
comps,
Origin, yeah.
so it's sort of
Especially
like
when-
it's not the end of the world.
Like Yo, probably captain of the Origin team, would you say? Like,
Who was captain
Gerbo
last year?
last
Gerbo.
year.
Gerbo.
Last year.
If he's in the team, he might hold it. But Yo's close.
you know what I mean? Yo,
Great leader.
Yo might even be captain. He might stand
Yeah.
down. I don't know. Toll might not even get selected. There's a few.
Yeah.
Because
But,
To'o
yeah.
will just be what he will be pushing fitness for Origin. Come Origin
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he might just come back a week earlier.
Yeah.
You know.
So
But yeah, it is crazy
Something to think about.
Like, if you told me before the year that Panthers will lose 5 in a row, like one win and 5 losses to start the year, I think you're an idiot.
I probably
You're
would have
crazy.
said they lose 5 games all year.
All year, yeah. Over Origin period. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, honestly.
So it's like you can't tip the NRL at the moment. It's incredible. So many upsets. And
which is what I love about the game at the moment. Is like then there's no sure thing. At the
yeah,
moment.
especially with the way the sim bins are. There was another 8 sim bins this week, 8 last week. That's 1 a game.
Yeah.
You know, if someone cops a sim bin, that can swing momentum and like change the game.
Yeah.
100%. Well, someone that's not doing any momentum or swings of the game, the Newcastle Knights, struggling to score a little bit.
Yeah, can you believe they've scored 2 tries in the last 4 weeks? 2 bloody tries.
And it's in a team that's got Ponga in it.
Yeah, like Best, Marzu, Sharp.
Sharp, yeah.
Gagai, like,
Yeah.
I
There's
know
X factor there.
their halves aren't like set. There's been a few changes with
Few
injury and that.
injuries, yeah.
But let's just go through it. So, round 6 last week, they scored a try in the 79th minute
It was
off a little grubber that ricocheted and, Sharp grounded it. Round 5, 0 tries against the Dogs.
yeah.
Obviously, a bye round 4, so we're not going to count that. Round 3, 1 try in the 74th minute. Their last try before the 73rd minute was round 2 against the Dolphins. And now we're in round 7. So, alarm bells ringing for Knights.
Their attack isn't there at the moment.
No. And I think they're not setting up for Ponga great. Like, he's not getting much ball in the red zone, and it's not good ball.
But is that the issue, that teams are looking at the Knights and going, if we shut down Ponga here, there's nothing on.
Yeah, like if Ponga's on the left and they get tackled, they go to the right and it's like Crossland, Pierce, Paul, and then like Gagai. It's like, it's a bit more easy to defend, but
Like, I know Crossland was copping it for not giving the ball to Ponga, but maybe he's looking up and going, well, they're double teaming Ponga here. Like,
yeah, I'm going to hit the short man
I'm
or
just
something.
about to give him a hospital pass to my fullback.
Yeah, obviously
Ponga
Crossland's not
hasn't
there.
been great.
No,
Like, let's be honest. Like, Ponga probably hasn't been at his best the last
month. But
in
the
the
first
last
few
month.
weeks, he was everything.
unstoppable.
His hands were on the ball
Yeah.
3-4 times a set. Like, he was first receiver, he was
Yeah.
sweeping, he was doing it all, kicking.
Yeah.
So I think Ponga just has to, even if he jumps in at first receiver, get the ball, run, because he can break the line by himself. Surely that this week against Sharks aren't defending, let alone playing the best right now.
So there's an opportunity there.
There is an opportunity.
Yeah, they're averaging less than 10 points a game. It's not good enough for an era, especially in the 6 again era. You can't be doing that.
It's terrible.
And the final talking point I want to bring up, being a South supporter.
Yeah.
Good Friday Blockbuster. it's always a classic. But this year, Dogs are humming 5-0 to start the season. We know how passionate they are and how much they turn up when Dogs are doing well. South also, to their credit, 4-1, 4-2 start now. After the Cowboys.
4-2.
Yep.
So like they're humming too. They're in the top 8. It's Easter show weekend.
It's Good Friday. Everyone
it's
has a
gonna
day
be a
off
record.
work.
This is going to be an
Do
absolute
you reckon
belter.
60-70K people will attend?
I think
Like,
70
I think
might
it'll be
be
a
too much, but
fair decent crowd.
60's
do
looking
you reckon
likely.
60? 'Cause I did some research, and the highest Good Friday crowd against Rabbits Dogs was 51,686 in 2013.
Yeah.
So I think he'll beat that, and I think he'll beat it well. So
They might be 50,000 Dogs fans. After.
yeah, I think so. But they're undefeated. Like
they're-
when have
mate,
Dogs ever been undefeated? I think
honestly.
Winston said the stat. The last time they were undefeated in the first 6 games.
1938 was
Something
the
like that. And they ended up winning the comp that year. So there's
So they
a
don't-
little hoodoo for
Yeah,
you.
we know
Not a
Winston and
hoodoo,
his
little,
theories and they
little
don't turn
theory
out.
for you.
Yeah.
All right, how about we do a quick fun game? We
Yeah.
all just say a prediction for the crowd and we just come back and look at it next week.
Yeah.
Just on our own. You've got to do the exact number.
Yeah, I reckon 62,999.
I'm going to write you down, Age. So, Age,
Yeah.
you're 62.
999.
62.
So that was the highest
That was
ever.
the highest in 2013. It was
51.
51,686.
2013. It's been 12 years since that. Population's gone up a fair bit.
Yeah, yeah. He's doing quick math.
I'm going to
The
factor
data
that
analyst.
in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 65,437.
I like it. Good guess. Mick, you work for South, so you surely have some insight of like how many tickets have been sold and
Well,
stuff.
Yeah, no, he should be not
Yeah,
part of
you
the
should-
game.
You should.
Well, it's a
He's got the
Bulldogs,
inside
Bulldogs home game. Before
okay,
it-
so you don't have
okay.
access to that.
No, I don't have access
All
to
right,
that.
mate.
So, Jim,
All
what
right.
was your number? Sorry, one more time.
65,437.
437. Okay, I'm going on the lower end, 60,519.
Okay.
Okay.
So closest wins.
I feel like it might
Closest
be
to
one of
the
those,
what? Nearest
Closest,
1,000?
nearest to the pin.
No, just nearest.
Closest number.
Nearest,
Yeah,
okay.
closest
Close
number.
number.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loser gets bashed.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Good.
And I'll go through some stats. We're going to cover it later, but Rabbits have won 9 of the last 12 games, Good Friday games against Dogs. So good record against Dogs. Different story this year. Few injuries. Dogs are undefeated. They're humming.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dogs have only conceded 58 points all year.
Regardless how Dogs are going and Souths are going, it's one of those matches that is always a fiery clash and they always play to each other's level, no matter where they are on the
Yeah,
ladder.
it's like semi-final sort of footy, you know? It means
100%.
more than just a regular season game.
And I think it's like 10 years on since Bad Friday with James Graham.
With the
and
finger.
All
With
that.
the
Yeah.
whole
that
thing.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
going to happen on Friday. And then if you didn't think your weekend could get any better, we're on a live stream on Saturday with Dabble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to back. So we were on last Saturday. Gee, they're good fun.
Yeah, the chat was pumping. We gave
Yeah.
away $250. Like,
Cash giveaway.
mate, the stream, the actual chat, like, shat itself like 4 times.
broke-
'cause
yeah,
there
for
was-
those-
we
there
broke
was
the
so many
chat.
people
For
in
those
there
that don't-
We broke the
messaging.
stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we
those
broke
who
the
don't
stream.
go on Dabble, like there's a banter chat where anyone can message you if they have an account.
Yeah.
We break that every week by
Yeah.
the amount of messages that come
Like,
through.
they actually go off. Because, like, when you got $50 cash and we spin it like 5 times to give away,
They're good
from
fun.
playing like little games, free to join, free to sign up,
Yeah.
free to watch. You can just have it on while you're watching the races or watching the footy. And then, or even driving, you know? Obviously, we don't use your phone
Jesus,
to drive.
Gee,
but
I don't know about
you
that.
can
That
chuck,
was a
you
stretch.
can chuck the
Driving's
volume
a
on.
stretch,
Chuck
driving's
the
a
volume on, just listen.
He's,
Yeah, you could do
I
that.
reckon he's on strike
Yeah.
2 now after saying Cleary and Galvin.
Honestly, he's.
But anyway,
Strike 3 and you're out.
I want to tell you a quick yarn before we get into this double stuff. I actually, I can't go to the South game, first of all. I've been roped into going to Melbourne for Greek Easter with my girlfriend.
How good's that?
So I agreed to this like months ago.
Not knowing the
Not,
weekend.
I didn't register South Dogs. You know, it's going to be a massive game. Good Friday. I forgot the annual matchup.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. I missed the stream and I missed Good Friday. I'm actually raging. But I'll be at church, you know? I'll be praying that
Yeah.
Souths win.
Yeah.
That's good.
So for those who are going to tune in, you got Mick and Jimmy. Mate, you're on fire with the horse racing tips.
No, it's
Jimmy.
been good.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Especially
So-
NRL, tipping
A couple
Tipping
same game
multis,
multis.
yeah.
It's been good fun.
So how do you sign up, Mick, if you want to sign up to Dabble and find our free tips?
It's simple. It's on screen right now if you're watching on the YouTube, but use the link in our bio
Yep.
or the episode description. When signing up, use the code CASTPATROL, CASTPATROL. It's as simple as that, and it'll take you to our page. Plenty of tips that you can follow us, follow, I don't know, heaps of people on there.
Anyone you want.
Like,
Follow
honestly,
anyone you want.
Whoever's
honestly,
hot, just
We
follow
have
them.
30,000 followers, and still, you don't have to follow us.
No,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Yeah, but we recommend it because we put a lot of effort in, especially with the stats and Jim's
Yeah.
analysis on the racing.
No, they're good fun. But your best bet, obviously, set a deposit limit, and just a reminder, what's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858, or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
So we told you at the start of the show, we're filming this on a Monday. Obviously, if you're listening as soon as it came out, it's a Tuesday. There's no team list for us. So the preview will be shorter this week. It's more going to be like looking at who's out, going off form, and giving our tips, essentially. We're not going to dwell too much.
No.
So we'll start things off. Manly taking on the Dragons for Thursday night football.
Yes, so Manly at home, they're $1.62 favourites. Dragons, $2.30. They're in for a big chance as well. Coming off a good win against Titans.
Manly aren't playing great.
Manly are not playing good. Without Turbo, we know what they're like.
Yeah.
They're a bit suspect, especially in attack. But they're a great team, especially at 4 Pines. It does add a bit of juice to Manly, playing in front of the home ground. Playing in front of you, Mick. You're going to be going.
I'll be
You're going.
It's going to be a great weekend for me of just
Footy?
random
Just
activity.
footy?
Pretty much, yeah. I think last weekend was the first weekend in a long time I watched every single game.
Every game.
Every game. Didn't miss one.
Last week was the only time I haven't watched every game.
Because I'm trying to be...
I didn't watch many.
I'm trying to be good, save some money, save some fitness for Magic rounds. I'm just like, I got nothing else to do, and footy's free, so it's fine.
100%.
With that, I'm going to go Seagulls on this one, only for the fact that 4 Pines is a fortress.
It is a fortress, yeah.
I lost my perfect round a few weeks ago because I tipped Raiders over there, and you just look at it, you're like, Seagulls could have the worst outfit and still turn up for 4 points.
To be fair, 2 weeks ago against Melbourne, they were horrendous.
They were.
No
But
one's
that's
been
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne's
been
a different
Melbourne.
story.
Melbourne are good, but
Yeah.
they still didn't put up much of a fight.
Yeah, I was worried about Olakau'atu's shoulder. He was carrying it the whole second half, but he ended up playing on. NRL physio cleared him of any injury, so he
Love
should be
NRL
playing.
physio,
He'll probably be named, so that's a massive inclusion.
Just quietly, though, how good's Dylan Egan
Yeah.
from the Dragons? Fuck, he
You know
looks
who
like
he
a good-
reminds me of? He reminds me of Max Platt. The same build, can
Good
play on the
player.
edge, can play in the middle.
Yeah.
Both blonde little short nuggets.
Like, he's been coming off the bench, and then Flano's thrown him in the starting side. Played 79 minutes, and the only reason he went off was because he done his elbow. Hyperextension of the elbow,
hopefully he's
whatever
all
it was.
right. Hopefully he's sweet for this week.
But yeah.
He's in doubt.
Scored a good try. ran a
Keeping
good
Luciano
line.
Leilua on the bench. Who,
Yeah.
great
But I don't
second
mind
roller.
that. Start with Egan,
Yeah.
take the sting out of the game. Leilua comes on, they
And then
went bang,
Egan goes
bang.
to the middle.
Yeah, because I didn't think
Yeah.
Lucci's effective for 8 minutes, but as soon as he came on, you could
Hey.
see that link up with Holmes on the
Yeah,
left.
he's
edge.
a
It was
mad pass
great.
to Holmes. Yeah,
got
really
great
silky
hands,
and
so-
makes an impact when he runs
Maybe
hard.
Flano's onto something.
Final
I think
tips,
he
who you
is.
picking?
Manly.
Seagulls.
Oh, this stat here: Dragons won 8 of the last 12 versus Manly. I'm a stat man. I'm going Dragons.
Good on you,
Let's
Age.
do
I
it.
love
Well
that
done,
from
mate.
Go
you.
to the
Well done.
Saints.
Next game, Age, the one that you're missing.
Yeah, doggies $1.30, Rabbitohs $3.50. Good Friday, as we said. Rabbits have won 9 of 12 Good Friday clashes, and Rabbits have won 5 of their last 6 against Dogs.
Okay.
But you can only look at stats so far because we lose a few players. I think Kepi's going to the judiciary.
Okay.
Sullivan's out. Dodd probably comes in, and then Alex Johnson's in doubt.
Potentially.
Trell's at 5'8". Like we're still missing a few players.
Like Dodd getting thrown in the deep end.
In front of 60,000.
Good Friday.
It'd be
Welcome
tough.
to first grade.
Lewis, good
Yeah.
luck to
But
you,
imagine
sir.
stepping up. Oh, that'd put it.
Huge
Like,
confidence
yeah.
booster.
And we need his kicking game because we didn't have a directional half against Cowboys.
Trell's got a kicking game.
Trell's a good kicking
got a
game,
big
but he's
boot.
not a halfback, right?
Yeah,
and I want
100%.
Trell to run. He ran once the whole game,
Yep.
and he set up a try when he did. So
Set up
I'm hoping
2 tries,
Two
didn't he?
tries, yeah.
in the touches he did.
Exactly. So I'm hoping Dodd just steers the ship. Trell unlocks his running game, has a great passing game.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I think Dogs kick our
Burton back.
Tupanua and Burden most likely.
Ooh.
That's big ins.
I think Dogs are going to remain undefeated.
Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
take my
go-
bias South hat off. I'm going to be cheering South home, but I'm going to be tipping the Dogs.
Wow.
You suck.
I suck as a
You're a
person.
horrible fan and
But
person.
I
Seriously.
need to catch Mick on the
I hope-
tipping.
Mate, just
and
go
this
stay
is where
in
I'm
Melbourne.
going to catch
Go
Mick.
stay in Melbourne.
Strike 3, Jim.
That's
strike 3.
honestly strike
I'm out.
3. Yeah. But yeah, Dogs for me.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think it's going to be a tough clash. I'm liking the fact that Rabbits won 9 of their last 12 Good Friday clashes against the Dogs.
Yeah.
We
It
do
just-
lift.
It just shows you that South lived for this occasion. And I think, I don't know, I think there was chances for us to beat the Cowboys and we just
Yeah,
didn't
for
take
sure.
them. If we can play that game plan and with the errors, I think we're a good chance of doing something against the Dogs. It's going to be tough, but I'm going the Rabbits.
Should be a good game.
Yeah, that will be a good game. Okay, third game of the round. Dolphins, $4 at home, taking on the Premiership favourites, Storm $1.25.
Mate,
How much
Dolphins-
by?
I don't know. Dolphins are they're trucking along.
They are. They're playing decent footy. They just beat Panthers.
Back to back, right?
No, they lost. Oh, yeah, they beat Titans.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they beat Panthers.
So they're on a
Yeah.
bit of a hot streak.
And the
Final-
games before that, they were 50-50. They could have
They,
won.
mate, they probably
So,
could have beaten South.
They're
probably
not a
should have
bottom
beaten
4 team at
Tigers.
any stretch.
Katoa's playing well.
Yeah.
They're good forwards, good backs.
Yeah, Herbie, Averillo, speed. Hammer's finally playing good footy.
Starting to
I think
fire.
Hammer's back.
Hammer's back to his best.
Yeah.
But Storm are just, there are a couple of injury concerns. Hughes playing?
Potentially, we'll know after
It's
team
a
list.
5-day turnaround.
I mean, it helps have team list.
It does help. It would help.
I reckon he'll be named, but if he plays, it's a different story.
If he doesn't play, I don't know.
Are you really going to change your tip?
No, you're not. But you'd probably
Because they just get Wishart, who does a good job. He's not Hughes, but they'll just go to Munster all day.
I'll give Dolphins credit. They've really, in the games they've lost, they've been right in it. Against South round 1.
Yeah.
Tigers, they should have won that one.
Tigers, they should have won.
Yeah.
So the ladder's not the best representation for the Dolphins.
But it was good to see them win. So I'm not tipping them, but I'm going to go Storm. I just think they're too good.
Yeah, Dolphins have never won against Storm. 0-3. It's about to be 0-4. Thank you for coming, Dolphins.
I'm going to go the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah. The Finns are up right now, but they won't be up after this game. Sorry, Dolphins fans.
Huge.
Sorry. Warriors, $3 at home. Back in New Zealand versus Broncos, $1.38. Anyone see an upset here? Warriors are undefeated in New Zealand this year.
We know Warriors what they're like at home. It's an absolute. We say it again. It's a fortress up there. Mm-hmm. No Fish will be tough.
No chance.
No Chance will
Cat
be tough.
1 HIA.
Okay, that makes things.
Tua Picky
difficult.
probably goes fullback. Mm-hmm.
Sheck's still out.
Yeah, Ford probably goes to the starting team. Aaron Clark's been going good, but
it's a big
they're big losses.
Brisbane coming off
two Kiwi representative players.
Brisbane coming off a loss.
Yeah, they're beatable, Brisbane.
They are.
Walsh is still not playing great. Reynolds didn't have his greatest game. Hunt was off.
Yeah.
The whole spine was off. Haas was great. Always good.
That's the first step, right? You shut down Haas.
Pretty much.
And then after that, then you got to worry about Hunt.
Yeah,
Reynolds,
Hunt and Reynolds.
Walsh, Cobbo.
Yeah.
Staggs.
Then you'd forget about Pakes. He'll do a show and go.
Carrigan.
Yeah, Ricky's back.
Yeah.
They have the talent, but I just think it's not coming together yet. But it's happening.
It is definitely there.
Someone like Walsh, it's getting to the point where I'm not going to sack him. I'm not a coach, nor a board, or whatever. But he's making 3 errors a game on average. And I think it's getting to the point when age always touches on it. Walsh can make 3 errors, but he does 3 good things in attack. But when you're losing games by not that much of a margin,
those errors are
you're
pretty
not
costly.
and you're not
He's
doing
not
that
doing
attack.
those 3 things right now.
That's when it comes back to bite. And there was some costly ones, especially at the just wrong times when they needed it.
Yeah, I feel like when it gets closer to Origin, he's going to start coming into his own.
Yeah.
He's playing not great at the moment. We all know that. But Ponga's not playing great either. He started well, and then the last month he's been quiet. So I still think the fullback battle's open. So if Walsh can get some confidence going, all it takes is a few good games. He might be playing for Queensland again.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the upset on this one, boys. I'm going the Warriors.
Huge.
Mount Smart, like you said it best, Broncos are beatable. And this is Warriors' chance. They didn't play too bad in the second half against the Storm. I know Storm put the handbrake up, but I think it's their chance at home this Saturday.
Yeah, at home,
Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
I think it's
Saturday.
at home is the only danger here for Broncos.
Yeah, I just think too many injuries. I'm going to go Broncos.
Yeah, and Ricky's back. Broncos have won 3 of the last 5 against the Wars. I'm going to stick with the Bronx in a safe play here. Roosters $2.20 against Panthers $1.68. You don't see Panthers over $1.50 too often.
No, you
but
don't.
right now they're $1.68 up at Allianz. What do we think here? This is one where usually you say Panthers, but there's a chance Roosters win.
I know we say it we've been saying it for the last 5 weeks now that it's going to happen for
It
Penrith.
has to change.
It has to change. But until I see it, I don't think I can tip them anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I genuinely I can't tip them. Roosters, they were shot when Smith got sin bin. Broncos went bang, bang. I thought this might get ugly. And they fought hard, beat Broncos.
that was a gutsy
up
win.
at Suncorp.
And
That was a gutsy
Savala
win.
has a kicking game.
Oh, he was brilliant.
So they have a kicker now, the Roosters.
They've got a solid side, the Roosters.
Naf White, so underrated, I reckon.
His go forward is huge.
when that second stint he did, he just fucking goes 15 metres every run.
The young forward for Keddy looks a real
goes
talent.
hard.
Yeah.
He goes real good.
And Nat Butcher in the middle was great.
Butcher,
He's always
leaning off
been-
the bench.
Yeah.
He's always been good.
But I like
reckon.
him in the middle.
I'm super impressed by Connor Watson. I think when they didn't have a hooker, I was like, there's going to be concerns. He's good, but he's not a hooker. But I think he's one of those players that can play anywhere.
Doesn't overplay his hand.
No, he's
He gives the ball to Teddy when he wants it.
Yeah.
Sandon.
And he's also a threat when he runs.
And then, he's also a threat when he runs. So,
So, yeah, New South Wales
Smart
Blues, I think you'd say he's like a good chance to make the squad.
I think he'll
Let
be there.
alone either
I
starting
think he's a
hooker
sure thing.
or 14.
I'd say sure
He
thing.
can
I
cover
think he'll
everything.
be in the squad for
Yeah, I
sure.
He's
think
played
so.
every position, so...
I love what Jim said in terms of like I can't tip, but I don't want to tip Roosters. I just can't.
They
do it to
beat
myself.
Panthers last time, remember?
I understand.
Yeah, they did.
But I just can't tip Roosters, so I'm going
Yeah.
Panthers.
Okay.
I'm going Roosters.
Oh, so it's up to me to decide this. I'm going to go... Well, Panthers won 10 of the last 11. So before that,
Yeah,
they
but-
always beat Roosters.
10 of their last 7, they were probably
They had their
at
whole stream.
best.
Yeah. I think the way I'm seeing Cleary play, I don't think he's so far off his best.
Yeah.
And I think their middles are good. I think this is my last chance. They're going to bounce back this week in
Wow.
extraordinary fashion.
Mate, you've said that 5 weeks in a row.
I think they're going to put a number on the Chooks.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not
13 plus.
I think
I think
13
you said this about Dolphins too last week.
Yeah.
So I
Turn it
can't-
up.
This is my last time. I think
Mate,
this is where it
seriously.
turns.
Yeah, but you can't say every week and it
Nah,
doesn't happen.
This is the week. But this is like an upset week. They're not.
Okay.
They're probably $3 or $4, 13 plus.
Ah,
So get
Right.
on.
Yeah,
It's
right.
turning. The tide's turning. Next game, Titans $1.95, Raiders $1.85. Raiders have won 4 in a row versus Titans.
Raiders dominant last week.
amazing. effort.
Para were probably not at their
It was one
best.
of those games that was always expected Raiders were going to turn.
But Raiders just turned it on. Like
Yeah.
that set play off the penalty
Yeah.
towards the end. Like it's just
Yeah,
they were taking the piss there.
yeah. Mixed 80s words saying Raiders are going to get the spoon. I think I
Oh,
said they'll
man.
bottom
Big
4.
time.
Everyone who said it, they're eating their words. Like they're just such a good team.
Yeah. Ricky's done such a good job.
That
Yeah.
forward pack, like they just keep him in the game and just like they've essentially got 2 new signings in that pack. I mean, Horsburgh didn't play last year and he's a representative forward now.
Yeah.
He's going to make that Origin team. He's
Yeah.
it.
Looks fit.
He's a
Yeah.
shoe in
And
for the bench.
Nicholson, unbelievable
Great
talent.
signing.
And Hudson Young, he's
Huddy
incredible.
Young.
Unbelievable.
Last 2 games have been insane.
And not to
Probably the
mention
most informed
Tarpany.
second
So
row.
they're up there with one of the best forward packs in the comp. And one of the struggles that they've had ever since Josh Hodgson is replacing to get a hooker. And Tom Starling's in career best
Yeah.
form. He's getting those minutes that I think fans
Yeah.
were sort of hoping for a while there, but he was just stuck behind Levi or whoever was there.
We're seeing glimpses of KO Weeks.
Yep.
He had a good
Yeah.
game.
Still under the high ball, like the
Oh,
first
he
one
does-
he bobbled, and I was like, "Bro, just catch it!"
Please catch
But
it,
in
KO.
attack, he's speed. We know he
Oh,
always
yeah.
had speed.
I really feel for him because every time it goes up, you can see he's like, "Don't kick to me," but
Yeah.
they're kicking to him.
And
You have
someone
to,
who
right?
we got to toot his horn because he doesn't get tooted enough. Seb Chris.
Oh mate, he's so
Very
good.
good.
He is just like everyone just thinks that, like he's just an average player, but he's
So
good
solid.
pass. He's a good runner. He's fast. He can
Big
defend.
body, yeah.
Like fair play to him. He's changed my opinion of
And
him.
mate, Fogarty just runs that side.
Yeah, Fogarty does all the kicking and Strange
Meant to be
chimes
going to
in.
Manly, so pretty good
Yeah.
signing for Manly
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's going well there.
On the other
Up the
on
middle.
the
Well, I
other
was about to
hand,
say, yeah, Titans. What do you want to say?
I don't know. I think they're blacklisted for me.
I think
Every
they're,
time
they're
I
the most
tip them-
frustrating team to watch.
Oh
You
mate,
tipped him last week against.
yeah, Dragons.
Yeah.
How
They were-
frustrating are they?
It was 8-6.
Yeah.
Like I think we about 14 minutes ago before half time, and then
They just conceded a few
conceded
tries.
3
yeah.
tries or something.
Same thing as every year. They just have those lapses in defense where they
Oh, they're
concede 2
terrible.
tries, 3 tries, and you
Yeah.
just think, how have you lost this game? It's
Yeah.
promising signs seeing Fafita start
Fafita's looking good. He's
damaging
back.
run. He looked
Fafita's
hungry
back.
for the ball and like it
Yeah.
showed.
Wanted work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's unstoppable when he wants to
I don't
play.
know about their attack.
Well, yeah, their attack's not great, and I think it stems from obviously they're missing Keeney at the back. I
Keeney's
think
been huge.
He was,
Tino was obviously out, so that didn't help.
but
Yeah.
one thing I want to say, like I've been blaming on maybe they've not got a halfback or it's injuries, whatever. But Des, I don't know how wacky you want to get. You don't start with a winger on your bench, and they played Bo Firma at centre
Up against Holmes.
up against Holmes, and there was 3 tries run down that tunnel. I'm not saying it was Firma's fault, but he's not a centre.
Yeah.
He's a
I thought after
Like,
the
why
first
don't they
one,
just play Sammy Center and put that
Fitzgibbon.
on the wing? Like, why put
Yes.
him on the bench?
Why? I don't know, understand.
And then they had
mentality.
another forward they played for like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their rotation was just cooked.
it was
Nice.
a Brock Gray maybe. or
No,
something.
not Brock. It's some other guy, new
Oh.
guy I haven't even seen
Yeah,
before.
Armin or something. Yeah.
Like,
So,
there's
Des-
no,
I don't
there's
know
no
what Des
need
is
for
doing.
it. There's no need. And if
Yeah.
you're a Titans fan watching these performances, just going, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, maybe Fafita was under an injury cloud, but there's no way that you're picking Khalees Haas, not Payne,
Yeah.
over Fafita. Like, what are we doing here, Des?
Yeah,
I don't
like if it
know.
was something about fitness, he's finally got his fitness. There's no excuse now.
Yeah.
Fafita has to start. They get Tino back.
They, just,
They need Forum back. I think that's
They
the
need
biggest
Forum.
one. their kicking game is not it. It's just not it. Brimo and JC, great runners, elusive tackle breakers, not great kickers.
They just coach killers. the
So
Titans.
I think
Dead set
round
coach
9,
killers.
Foran's back.
Yeah.
Fozzer goes straight into 7. Campbell goes 6. Brimo goes fullback. The group can go 14 or maybe back to Queensland Cup because that's fine. Needs a shuffling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not happening
I
for
feel
him.
for the Titans, but it's not working.
I'm with Jim. They're blacklisted until they show me something. I'm
I'm
going
going to
to
go
Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, Raiders 13 plus, I think. Knights 230. Oh, sorry, 335, 325. I was going to say $2.
Yeah.
Versus Sharks $1.35. Sharks have won 4 of the last 5 versus Knights, and we touched on it. Knights scored 2 tries in the last month. How does it turn?
It turns
It does.
this weekend.
Are the tides turning, Jim?
The tides are going to turn.
Okay.
Newcastle, I mean, albeit they were terrible at home last week, we know that. But I think it turns around this week. Sharks aren't playing great.
I can't see it turning.
Like if there's ever a week to bounce back, it's this week. Like Sharks aren't playing great at all.
I know, but they still have like a great roster.
I know
You know,
that.
like they still have a great team.
Like
And like Hines is not playing great. So imagine if he turns it on, it's
there's
they're
something
gonna
about
light
the
'em up.
Sharks where they just cannot close out games.
yeah.
Like they had that game.
They
won,
they should have smashed Manly.
and then they just let
They
them back
nearly
in
lost,
their game.
yeah.
Like it's just I don't know.
And it is up.
don't know what's
Is it
going
up
on.
in Newey?
It's up at Newey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a positive sign. But
up at Newey.
if Newey get like a few of their forwards back and like
Hopefully
Elliot,
a few
comes
injuries.
back
Yeah.
and everyone like and they're I don't know. I can't tip Newey.
To
but-
Sharks' credit, like I feel like each player is showing signs of individual brilliance, but they're just not all doing it at the same time. Like
Kennedy.
Kennedy,
He was so
Kennedy's
good.
turning around
he,
now.
he
Yeah,
turns
he
up
was
every
good.
3 games, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But when he does, he's a world-class fullback.
Yeah, he's such a natural player.
The first 2 rounds of the season, everyone's going, holy shit, Trindle's the man. He's the answer worth every buck.
now it's-
I haven't noticed him for 3 weeks.
Last week he was good. 2 try assists.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
like, and then before that he was a bit
Before that,
quiet. Yeah.
I think it's got to be Nico's team though. I think
I
we've got to
don't-
go
the
back to
problem
that.
is he
I
doesn't.
think we have to go back.
He doesn't
to that.
want the ball when it's crunch time. So how can it be Nico's team if he doesn't want it?
I don't think it needs to be either team. Just work better together somehow.
Yeah.
But I think if they,
Tricky's very ball dominant.
he is.
I think he gets the overs call over Nico. Like if he wants it, he's getting it, and he does all the kicking as well. So
What I think letting him down
Hmm.
is probably their back department at times. Like we saw Ronaldo, a big reason why their form last year was strong was he was just humming and
Out of his
flying.
own end,
Stone
yeah.
Street, to his credit, played really well on the weekend, but I don't think
Yeah.
they're doing as much as they probably need to.
Raymond's been
He's been quiet. He had a
Been
good
hero.
Hero
Right.
being out definitely they're
Yeah.
lacking that
Hiroti
department.
stepped up at the back
Yeah.
4 that's normally their sort of powerhouse and just keep going
like
forward.
when it's like Ronaldo, then Hero, then
Yeah.
Ramian, and they're already halfway, past halfway. Like
100%.
I think like the bench rotation as well. I don't know if it's working.
I tell you what's a killer, putting Atkinson in the middle. It just
When
they
you
go from McInnes to Atkinson. He's not a lock.
You've got Atkinson, Brayley in the middle, and then you've got obviously Hazelton off the bench, Rudolph, Talakai. It's that period. That's when they get dominated. When
Yeah,
they- when
and that's
they're-
like they might be leading by 2 tries, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're down by.
and
They're
then
like
you're putting
they're to tie or
AFB on,
something.
and you're expecting him to like
Like
do
just break
something.
through 5 tackles.
it's just
I know what you mean, Jim, but I can't tip Knights after they have scored 1 try, no tries, 1 try.
I think that's what makes it that they're due. They have.
Yeah.
This is the week they.
Are they
just-
due?
I think
Jim
they-
thinks the Tides are going to turn.
I'm gonna go
think-
Knights.
I think they're turning in the Shire back to the Sharks.
Yeah.
Mick?
Yeah, I don't think they haven't been playing their best, but they're going to beat the Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Knights scoring 1 try in front of a packed out McDonald Jones Stadium against the Tigers, that doesn't do anything.
yeah, their fans, they'd be feeling it right now. Another team whose fans will be feeling it. Eels, $2.90 takes on the Tigers, $1.42.
This is
I don't think I'll ever tip the Eels again.
Do they always play
Moses
on
is
Easter
back.
Monday? Or
yeah,
am I
always
tripping?
Easter
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah.
It's become a
Easter
tradition
Monday.
now?
Yeah, Easter Monday.
Okay.
Tigers have won 2 of the last 3 versus Eels, so recent form's good for the Tigers, and Tigers are playing great footy.
They're playing good for
Eels aren't.
Yeah, Eels. Yeah, I don't know where the Eels are at.
As soon as they lost Lomax, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It's just a dark tunnel right now, and they
Unless-
can't see.
Unless Galvin's going to Eels and he knows that and he'll just give him a free win, I can't
Yeah.
see it happening. They need unless Moses is named, then hold on, Eels fans, there's hope.
I heard round 9 for Moses Magic
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, he's probably a few weeks away, Moses.
That's a lot of pressure on Moses, say, when he comes back. Like, you're meant to come back and save this team.
From one win, turn the team around. Like,
But do you reckon if Moses was playing this year?
I think it'd be different.
I think they'd be better off, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be different. Like, imagine like just having him in the dressing room will lift
For sure,
confidence
yeah,
and stuff.
for sure.
But
I think
yeah,
you
they won't
forget
win
as well.
too many more games. But yeah, it's just been a
You
bad
forget how
start.
good Moses is, and
he's
how
a great
and
player.
like, we talk about teams, like that is his team.
Yeah, I think Tigers win well. Yeah, they win 13 plus.
Yeah,
What else do you want from me?
Yeah, no, they've been playing well, the Tigers. Like Terrell May, we say it every week.
Oh, he's second on the Dally M's. And
He's
Chooks
such
let him
a
go.
good signing.
This is his statement.
He's a
year.
workhorse.
Could play for the Blues.
Yeah.
I reckon he
He
will.
could play for the Blues
Like
if he keeps
Buller's
this
been
up.
impressive. Like, you know who's been impressive? Toa. Stuff for Toa.
Yeah, he's been great.
Yep.
At centre.
He's like a similar to Seb Chris. Like, you know,
very underrated.
just comes
Hard
out
to
of nowhere.
stop near the line.
Yeah, damaging.
Yeah. Like, I thought Pole's been really good.
Yeah, he's 1-2 punch with May is really good.
Yeah.
They go forward.
They're cooking
Pole's
the
impressive.
Tigers. They're cooking.
Speaking of 1-2 punches, I love Appy and Talon de Silva. Going
Yeah,
Yeah,
band
that's
for
a good.
band.
That's good as well.
Saves just Appy's getting older. He can't play 80 anymore. It's not.
Yeah,
There's not too many hookers that do
because Talon's
play 80.
nippy when he comes on.
Yeah.
and then gives Appy a break. He gets to finish the game. I like it as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Tigers.
Yeah, I think Tigers win.
But yeah,
I think Taruva
I haven't
scores.
seen anything from Eels that I've been like, you're going to win another game from.
Yeah, just none of them are playing good footy. Like
just need to-
Hopgood's been underwhelming.
Oh, very.
Just like the whole team. Really.
I'm going to check who Eels play the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
just
go
so,
on.
just going to see.
When are they going to get another win?
Okay.
Last
so
time we said this, they won. So
next
when
week, they have the bye. We have to.
they'll beat
So
the
after
bye.
the bye, they got Sharks at
Tough.
Magic Round.
Tough.
Then they got Dolphins.
Possible.
Yeah.
If Moses will be back.
And they got Knights.
Possible.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Hey, Eels can make the 8. Nah.
Fuck, they play the first game of the round for the next 3 weeks.
There you go.
That's
From
interesting.
round 9.
Before we go on to listener questions, Gnocchi's tips are back.
Here we go.
She's done it. She's done it on Monday. She doesn't even need team
Mate,
lists.
she's dead set.
She's cast, yeah. We know
Cactus
that.
at the moment.
We know. She got 4 last week, so she's slowly building.
Yeah.
But this week, I think she's back.
How
Let's
does
have a
she
look at her
start off?
tips.
How does she
Let's have a
start
look.
off?
So
Here
she's
we
off. She's off and running. Usually she sprints. This time she put a bit more thought
She's a
into
bit
it.
slow.
She's slow, sluggish. She went Dragons.
Maybe
Upset.
it's going to be a slow game.
It's slow game. Another slow game, it looks like. Going to doggies. No.
Good
Late
Friday.
forward for the
Ooh.
bunnies.
Little
2
right foot
upsets.
step.
2 big upsets.
Dolphin Storm, here we go.
Don't tell me she's going to pick the bloody
Walking
Dolphins.
up towards
Oh,
the Finns.
She looked away.
She's absolutely gassed.
She got that. That's one right at least.
She's
Storm.
absolutely gassed.
All right, here we go. Warriors,
She's
Broncos.
in no man's land.
Warriors fans, hold your breath.
Warriors, Broncos.
Oh, she's gone the Bronx. She's very slow today. Roosters,
Yeah,
Panthers.
she's not very keen. Maybe she's
just-
over it.
She's sick of it. She's gone Panthers,
Panthers,
though.
okay.
You think they should bounce back.
Gee,
Titans,
she's
Raiders.
disinterested. At
She
the
doesn't
moment.
want it. She doesn't want the balloon. Whoa.
Oh.
What's she doing?
Here we go.
Gnocchi, where are you?
She's done the 360, mate, done the
Is
360
that like
flip.
Titans in like coming back from a 50-point lead?
Could be.
And she gone Sharks over Knights.
Last game.
Tigers, Eels. Oh no, she's not.
Easter Monday.
Not the Eels, man.
She's
They
half
can't win a
asleep.
game.
She's walked
Wait,
past the
she's done it.
balloons.
She's gone around. Oh, she's teased
Mate,
the
this
Eels.
360 thing that she's doing.
She's
mate,
changing it up. This
I
is
don't know
what
if
she
I like
needs.
it.
You don't think it's a
I
good
don't know
omen?
if I like it.
Anyway,
But we'll see how
they're
she goes
Gnocchi's
this week.
tips. We'll move on to listeners.
All right, listener questions. We'll go through these rapid fire. First one at Toby Sadler 3. Who replaces Galvin when he leaves?
Absolute no-brainer, this one. Latu Fainu, kid's a gun. Great replacement.
Yep. Latu Fainu. Anyone else?
That's why they're letting him go.
They get Bud Sullivan back next year, though, don't they?
If he wants to go back. I don't think Bud wants to go back.
We'll stay south.
I think he wants to stay at South, especially if they're gonna invest everything in Latu. Like,
Yeah, they have
he's
to,
young
right?
as well. Him and
Yeah.
Luai will be a good combo. But yeah, it's not all doom and gloom for
No, it's not.
for the Tigers. They got Latu.
Yep.
We've seen what he can do.
Yep. Next one at Harry.Q14. Will Tigers make top 8? He actually sent 2 questions in, so I combined to one.
Yeah.
Will Tigers make top 8? Is their defence why they are better this year?
I'd say it's one of the reasons.
100%. Especially, wait, actually, after the first game, I think it was against Newcastle, where they missed 50 tackles, I thought they might be in for another big year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaking points.
Leaking points. But in recent time, they've actually been good.
Yeah. And I think it's obviously the inclusion of Terrell May. He brings defense and attack.
Yeah.
And then you add in Luai to that, Taruva,
Yeah.
Skelton from when he's not injured.
Like that game against Newcastle, like, yes, they were good in attack, but in defence, like Newcastle coming out of their own and they were forcing errors.
Yeah.
which is huge.
Exactly, yeah.
So which is what you want, right?
Yeah. I don't know if Knights play shit or Tigers play good, but either way, I think Tigers will be around that 7th to 10th position.
Yeah.
So I think
They'll be
they might make the 8.
They're
At the start of the season, I was skeptical. I thought they might build to it, but hard to rule them out from making top 8 because they're doing it. They're doing it.
If Appy doesn't play Origin, they might have no Origin players. If Luai doesn't get picked. Terrell, yeah, okay, Terrell 1.
Luai.
If Luai doesn't get picked. If they go Moses Cleary.
If Luai.
Or they might go Moses Cleary.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true, but
Cleary's a shoe-in, and then it's like...
You can Moses in.
If Moses comes back fit...
Off 2 games.
If he comes back fit, he won us the series last year. But so did Luai. I know what you mean. It's tough. But does Appy get picked?
No.
I think Appy's probably down the pecking order.
You know what I mean? So one player at Origin, good signs for Tigers.
You know what? Panthers have no Origin players. If Cleary, Edwards, and Yo don't get picked.
Liam Martin.
Honestly.
And Biz.
All right, next one at Will.Brading. Thoughts on Latrell at 6?
It's not his best position. I think
He's not a 6.
Probably his 3rd best position, if that.
Problem is his best asset is his running game, and he didn't take runs because he's trying to ball play. So he's obviously better at fullback. I'd say fullback, centre, 5'8" is like his pecking order for best positions.
Cody Walker will be back soon enough, and then that's it. Cody's the 6, and Troll
That's his best
center
asset.
or
Yeah, he's
fullback.
running game.
Yeah, he's running game. So it's not utilising his best asset.
Yeah.
That's why people argue centre's his best position. He's going to get
Early
the ball
ball.
one-on-one and run over someone.
Yeah. Next one at Joseph.Cariosi. Are the Broncos going to meet expectations or will they capitulate?
Depends what your expectations are. People are expecting him to win the
Top
comp.
4.
Top 4, yeah. I mean, will they do it? Do you think they're going to make top 4 at this rate? I wouldn't.
I feel like with Panthers just shitting the bed, it opens the door for Broncos to have a few losses here and there.
I think
they'll
they're
make
just
top
really
4.
inconsistent.
Yeah. But like they have such a great team.
Like on paper, they should be close to winning the comp.
Yeah. Origin will hurt them a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think after Origin they'll be fine and they'll probably make top 4.
They might not lose any players to Origin if
Well,
Haas and
it's only Haas, Walsh, Carrigan don't get picked.
But if they don't get picked.
Yeah, if they don't get picked. Maybe. Yeah. I don't think Haas will get picked, right? He's not that good.
No, he's not. And last one at Benno Hall. How much is Jackson Purdue worth?
Jimmy, you can answer this
Go
one.
to the nearest dollar.
I don't know.
400, 500K?
Yeah. If he wanted 600, I'd give him 600.
You'd give him 600.
Yeah.
How old is he?
19 or something?
Yeah.
You'd be over the cap.
If he was if he was playing fullback, I'd give him 600.
Yeah.
If
Well, we're gonna pay Holmes $1 million to play left centre last year.
Like Para want a fullback and they offer him 600, I reckon it's fair.
Yeah, but I don't think we'll let him go for 600.
Nah, you won't let him go.
The amount of players you guys have let go over the last years.
Yeah, we probably won't talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can't lose another one.
Ponga, Hammer. We don't want to bring it up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Kick
The
out.
others. Drink. Oh no, I was gonna say Drinky. Still
Kick
there.
out.
Kick out.
Cheese at one point.
Jerome Hughes.
Probably missed a few others.
Robbo next year.
Yeah, Robbo's going. Can't keep him all, can you?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Happens.
Anyway, hopefully we did good with our team list and you enjoyed the podcast. Bit of a bigger preview.
Yeah.
Bigger review.
Yeah.
Lesser review.
Lesser preview.
Oh, I've lost the plot. How many
You
strikes?
good?
How many
he's up
strikes?
to
Mate, you're
strikes.
actually...
How many strikes with this
I don't know. It
episode?
could be 6.
I
You
don't
know
know
what?
if
It's a Monday. You got to forgive me. It's a fucking Monday.
Yeah, honestly, I was about to say it's a Monday for you.
recording the potty after like a long weekend, long day of work.
Yeah.
It fucking gets to you.
Tough going.
I'm cast, and
He's
that will
rattled.
do me. That's all from me.
It's all from me.
That's
guys.
all from me.
See you guys.